Assalamu alaikum. My beloved students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine by the kindness of Allah the Exalted. Alhamdulillah, I am also fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NI EVS Home School. This is Wahid Noor, Assistant Teacher of Islamic Studies, National Ideal English Version School Day Shift. Today I am going to take the class of Islamic Studies for class 8. And today our topic is discussion of lesson 2, chapter 5. Lecture number 23, SW number 23. My beloved students, last class we discussed about the biography of Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salam, and today we will discuss about the biography of Hazrat Musa alayhi salam. So I think you should bring the book and open the page number 1, 2, 3. There is the biography of Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, and then another 2 pages, page 124 and 125. Inshallah, from there we will discuss the main point from all point. Well, first of all, the message of arrival. I mean, before bonding the Musa alayhi salam, something happened, something strange happened there. So what happened there? And ancient times, the emperors of Egypt were called Pharaoh, which is called Pharaoh. Pharaoh, both are same. One of Hazrat Musa alayhi salam's contemporary pharaohs was Walid ibn Musab. Walid ibn Musab. He is also known as Ramis II. So, who is Walid ibn Musab? He is also called Ramis II. Once he dreamed, he means Pharaoh, I mean Walid ibn Musab, he dreamed that a flame of fire from Baitul Muqaddas had engulfed Egypt and was burning away his followers of Qibti tribes, but was not doing any harm to the Bani Israel. After explaining the dream, Pharaoh ordered his soldiers to kill the male children born in Bani Israel tribe. Students, so from there you got very important information, that is Pharaoh is not one person's name, one king's name. This is the title. For example, our Prime Minister's name is Sheikh Hasina, but Prime Minister, this is the title. So same as Pharaoh was the title, but the contemporary of Musa alayhi salam that time was Pharaoh Walid ibn Musab. So one day he saw the dream, that is one flame of fire coming from the Baitul Muqaddas and engulfed the Egypt. Egypt means Misr. And not only that, and burning away those are the followers of the Qibti. Qibti was the follower of Pharaoh, and that burning, that fire not harming the follower of the Israel. So Pharaoh called the experts and said for explaining this dream, and then those are the specialized. They said one boy will born in the Bani Israel tribe and he will kill the Qibti, he will destroy the emperor of Pharaoh. So at that time Pharaoh was shocked. So what happened next? But in such a critical period, Hazrat Musa alayhi salam was born, but the Pharaoh army could not know this news. Now his mother means Musa alayhi salam's mother. Now his mother locked Hazrat Musa alayhi salam into a chest and let the chest flow down the Nile river. I hope you heard this name, which is called in Bengali Nil Nod. In English it's called Nile river. Pharaoh's virtuous wife Hazrat Asiya. Students, keep attention here. Pharaoh was the non-believers, kafir, but his wife was virtuous. His wife was pious. So her name is Hazrat Asiya. Opened the chest and continued to bring up the child. The child means Musa alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam began to grow up under the care of his own mother in the house of Pharaoh. Almighty Allah says regarding this, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم فرجعناك إلى أمك كي تقر عينها ولا تحزن. Meaning, then I have returned you means Musa, to your mother so that she soothes means cheer, console her eyes and does not feel sad. Students, here I need to say, when the soldier of Firaun, they heard one boy will come from the Bani Israel tribe, then they killed many of the baby. Those are born from the mother of Bani Israel, and a lot of baby they killed. But if Allah want to alive anyone, who can kill them? So when Musa alayhi salam was born, his mother was afraid because Pharaoh's soldier will kill him. That's why he hide this news and kept the Musa alayhi salam in the chest and flow it on the river. And when Musa alayhi salam was flowing on the river and taken the shelter, that chest, the near of the palace of Pharaoh, and then Pharaoh's wife have seen this and she raised up, and when she seen the Musa alayhi salam, she tried to bring him up, but Pharaoh didn't say nothing because she had no child. I mean Pharaoh's family. So Musa alayhi salam, there is another information I didn't write there. Musa alayhi salam was not taking the any other mother's breast milk. So at that time, Asiya called his own mother, Musa alayhi salam's own mother, and then Musa alayhi salam's own mother came to the palace of Pharaoh, and she was bringing up, she was giving the breast milk, and Musa alayhi salam was growing up. So this was the situation. Okay, now Hijrat to the land and Midianites. Students, is called in Bengali Madain, but in English it's called Midianites. So Hijrat means, you know, the migration. Hijrat to the land, the Midianites. Once a Kipti torturing as Israelite, then Musa alayhi salam given a tremendous blow resulting in his death. Musa alayhi salam became surprised, and with a fear of Pharaoh, he left Egypt for the land of Midianites. There he met with Hazrat Shuaib alayhi salam. My beloved students, keep remember, Hazrat Shuaib alayhi salam was another prophet and spent 10 years with him. I mean Musa alayhi salam spent 10 years with Hazrat Shuaib alayhi salam's family. Being pleased with his character, Hazrat Shuaib alayhi salam got his eldest daughter Safura married to him. Students, when one day Musa alayhi salam was going to anywhere, he seen one Kipti man, he is torturing to the one Israelite man. And as usual, Musa alayhi salam was the tribe of Israelite. So Musa alayhi salam given the ferocious punch to the Kipti person, and then instantly that person died. So Musa alayhi salam was afraid the Pharaoh and his soldier will collapse him. Then Musa alayhi salam left the Egypt, I mean Misr, and he taken the shelter in the Madains. And when Musa alayhi salam taken the shelter Madain, there was Hazrat Shuaib alayhi salam. He taken the shelter in the home of Hazrat Shuaib alayhi salam, and 10 years continuously he was there. And by movement, by seeing the movement, the characteristics of the activities of Musa alayhi salam, Shuaib alayhi salam was impressed to Musa alayhi salam. That's why he given the marriage with his own daughter Safura with Musa alayhi salam. So you got the another important information, that is Musa alayhi salam's wife name was Safura, and Safura was the eldest daughter of Hazrat Shuaib alayhi salam. Now the gaining prophethood. When Musa alayhi salam reached the base of Tur to spend the night, he camped in the sacred valley of Tua, and Tua near the hill, and was bestowed with prophethood there. It means when Musa alayhi salam was returning to the Egypt, then they camped, that is the sacred valley of Tua, and he got the prophethood at that place. Almighty Allah said regarding this, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وأنا اخترتك فاستمع لما يوحى. You will not get this Arabic in your book, but you will get the meaning in your book. I have chosen you, so continue to listen to whatever divine announcement is made. Surah Toha, ayat number 13, Almighty Allah said it. Almighty Allah often talked to Hazrat Musa alayhi salam directly or through the angels. For this reason, he was called Kalimullah. So students, when Musa alayhi salam was returning from the Madain to the Egypt, he was taken the shelter of the Tur, the valley of the Tua. At that time, Almighty Allah given the prophethood him, and then at last Musa alayhi salam, sometimes Musa alayhi salam talk with Almighty Allah directly or through the angel. That is the reason Musa alayhi salam's one attributive names, that is Kalimullah. And you know there is the another attributive names for the Ibrahim alayhi salam, that is Khalilullah, and this is Kalimullah. Kalimullah means who is talking with Almighty Allah, he is called Kalimullah. Now preaching Deen. Students, already Musa alayhi salam got the prophethood, that's why he is preaching the Deen. Almighty Allah bestowed Hazrat Harun alayhi salam with prophethood and engaged him as his assistant in his missionary. Hazrat Musa alayhi salam and Harun alayhi salam went to Firaun and showed his miracles, mu'jiza to Firaun and invited him to have faith in Allah. But Firaun did not pay heed to it, rather he plotted to kill Musa alayhi salam. So when Musa alayhi salam want to start the preaching the Islam, preaching their Deen, students, I need to say one information, that is Musa alayhi salam's tongue, there is one problem. When he is talking, sometimes the other person cannot understand, because which is called in Bengali Totla. So when he is saying something, the second person or third person, they don't understand. That's why Musa alayhi salam prayed to Almighty Allah, I need one helper, associate. So Almighty Allah granted his prayer, and his own brother Harun alayhi salam, Almighty Allah given for the helper to the Musa alayhi salam. So both went to the palace of Firaun, and they invite them for the Islam, for the Almighty Allah's path, but they didn't attention to the Musa alayhi salam speech. But Firaun, they tried to kill him. They plotted to kill Musa alayhi salam and their followers. Now what happened? The victory of truth and the decay of false. Hazrat Musa alayhi salam came to learn about the evil design of Firaun. Students, already I told you, Firaun plotted to kill Musa alayhi salam and his followers. So when Hazrat Musa alayhi salam came to know, Musa alayhi salam know about the evil design for killing to them from the Firaun. So when he and his followers reached the bank of the river Nile, Musa alayhi salam hit the river with his stick. For the 12 groups of the Israelites, there were 12 roads across the river. At last, Firaun and his followers was drowned in the river. Students, you know Musa alayhi salam had the miracle stick like this. So when Musa alayhi salam informed the Firaun and their soldier, they are coming for killing the Musa alayhi salam and their followers, so they were leaving the Egypt. And when they reached the bank of the Nile river, at that time they were shocked, they were worried. So how we can cross this river? Then Almighty Allah ordered to Musa alayhi salam, you will just touch with your stick in the on the water. So Musa alayhi salam same done. Then there were 12 roads, because there were 12 groups of Israelites, follower of Musa alayhi salam. Then they crossed the river. But in the meantime, when the Firaun and their soldiers came there, and when they come to the middle of the river, then Almighty Allah vanished that road, and all the follower of the Firaun, they drowned in the water, in the river. Now, gaining Tawrat. According to the promise of Allah, Musa alayhi salam went to the Mount Tur to bring the Holy Tawrat. He spent 30 days there and more 10 days and observed fasting and meditation. At that time, Samiri misguided the people. Samiri students, one of the cunning people, cunning deceptive people, misguided the people. As a result, 70,000 Israelites were killed. Musa alayhi salam died at the age of 120 at the valley of Sinai and buried at the base of the Mount Tur. My beloved students, when Musa alayhi salam go to the Tur mountain for the obeying the Almighty Allah, he was there for bringing the Tawrat divine book. That was the order of Almighty Allah. So he was staying there for 30 days and he was observing there, he was performing there the psalm, the meditation, the remembering Allah, etc. And then extra 10 days he was observing there. So he was staying there. In the meantime, Musa alayhi salam given the duty, in his duty given to the his own brother Harun alayhi salam. But there was one person, Samiri. He was very cunning. He was the cheater person. He misled the people of the follower of Israelites. And for that reason, when Musa alayhi salam was absent 40 days, in this time, most of the people, those who are Israelites, they performed the worshipping of the cow. And when Musa alayhi salam came back and seen the person are worshipping the cow, he was very shocked. And he repented to Almighty Allah, but Almighty Allah's order were there, they will kill each other, those who are involving in the worshipping the cow. So for this reason, 70,000 Bani Israel were killed each other. At last, Almighty Allah accepted the tawbah of Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, and those were the rest of the Israelites, they were saved. So this was the situation, and at last Musa alayhi salam died at the age of 120 and buried at the base of the Mount Tur. I hope you understood my discussion. Now keep attention to the HW number 23, that is 10 informative sentences from here. Students, you can write from my pages, or as your wish you can write from your book lesson 2, 10 informative sentences, and lecture number 23. That's all for today, my dear students. There is a lot of discussion in lesson 2, biography of Hazrat Musa alayhi salam. So I tried my best. I made there the summary. So I hope you will read your book, all the lines again and again, then you can realize. After that, if you don't understand, you can connect with me and keep practicing at home. Stay safe. See you soon, inshallah. Till then, assalamu alaikum.